And we open this video up with a special christening of the new embassy to Admiral City from, yes, my kingdom of Badassdom. So as you can see, the tower is now complete and our embassy is now open so that any of our citizens who happen to be here and need any help from our embassy, they have a place to go. So let's take a look real quick and just show you what we have here. Now this design is by Jaracraft, who does a lot of tutorial building videos, and so he is all done to the design. I picked the materials and the colors and the things I wanted to do, but he did all the hard work of coming up with a really cool design of a tower. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And there we go. So that is the embassy building. I'll put a link down to Jaracraft's YouTube videos so that you can also take a look at some of his buildings. I love his stuff, and I just decided that this would be a perfect building to complement Admiral City. And so now the embassy is open and ready for business for any Kingdom of Badassdom citizens who might need some embassy help. So hope you guys like that. Let's go ahead and get into the rest of our video. Hope the Admiral likes it. We'll probably see him on the server. Talk to you guys in just a moment. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back to another video with SirLucien. We're back on the Beyond server. We're back in Revenge of the Sea team. And I think we finally started figuring some of this out. So we were able to make the data pad in the last session. And I looked around at some of this stuff, and I think the one thing about this mod that you're going to know is that the power, you need to kind of kickstart it. There's not a source that you can start with typically right from the get-go, because you're going to have to build some advanced parts to build some of these things, and you can't do that until you build a matter inscriber, and you can't do that until you build isolinear chips Mark II, and it just becomes a whole mess. So the one that I'm trying to get to is solar power, because obviously that would be the one. Now in the data pad I'm not seeing any information, but we can go over to our inventory here and we can see solar power right here requires these isolinear circuits Mark II, which you can't really get to without a power source. So you need a power source to run the machine, but you can't build the power source without the machine. So that's where the conundrum comes in. So hopefully you have other mods in your mod pack when you're doing this. If not, that's going to be tough. I'm not sure what you're going to do there. But what I did is I went ahead and used the extra utilities survivalist generator. This is like the base generator. So obviously if you want better performance, or you want to really ramp this up, or you want to power it by something else, then you might choose one of the other better generators, or even more of these. And power cells and all that coming from extra utilities and such. But I just did this just to show you if you want to get, just a base. I've just started the game. I'm just got my mining trip done. That gave me quite a bit. So if you're going to start this mod, what I recommend, and this is as we can see, we're doing Matter Overdrive. You got to have at least one good mining trip in, if not a couple, because you're going to need plenty of titanium. You're going to need dilithium eventually. You're going to need gold for sure. You're going to need redstone, some glass, a couple of the things need nether quartz, and I think from there on everything else is pretty basic materials. So make sure you have at least one or two good mining trips under your belt before you start Matter Overdrive. You're not going to be able to start it right from the get-go. Once you've done that, the first thing you're going to build was the data pad, and we showed you that in the last episode, but I'll go ahead and click on it now just so you can see it. So it's basically an isolinear chip, the first kind of item we're going to build from Matter Overdrive, and it's going to be some iron, redstone, and gold, which we can see here. So that's why you have to have that good mining trip in. So what is an isolinear chip circuit Mark III? Oh, this one requires the inscribed. What are we looking at here? Did I grab the wrong data pad? Oh, that was the matter scanner. I'm sorry. Let me click on the data pad. This makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. Let's back it up. So we need a isolinear chip and a book. So you're going to have to find a book or make a book to basically start Matter Overdrive. That's just at the first. The isolinear chip is the first item. That's the one I meant. The Mark I version is the first version. And what you're going to need is basically just iron, redstone, and glass, which wouldn't be too bad. If a lot of things took just isolinear chip Mark Is, you could jump into Matter Overdrive pretty quick. The problem is they take an advanced Mark II chip to do a lot of stuff. So that's why we got to kind of build up to it. You can't just start out with it. All right, so I built that. As you can see, I got an isolinear chip, and you're going to use a few of these to build your data pad, and that's when you get your data pad. And your data pad has some pretty good information, although there are things that are lacking. So there are some things that aren't here. So like when I click on solar panel, no information, okay? But if I click on, gravity anomaly, it tells me a good amount of information about gravity anomaly, which we might get into, later on as a more advanced power source. We can go back. These are the machines we're going to use. So there's like a matter replicator, matter decomposer, matter analyzer, recycler, storage, monitor, holographic sign, transporter, the inscriber, which we're going to use here in a minute, and the contract market. So I don't know what all these do yet. We're not going to build all those yet. But what we are going to do is build the inscriber, because we need that to make the more advanced isolinear chips, if that makes sense. All right. And as you can see, there's plenty more for us to go ahead and look at. All right, excuse me. Also under this, which is the reason I'm going into this, is the weapons, because I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a phaser, which is really where I'm working towards. So we have phaser, phaser rifle, omni tool, tritanium tools, ion sniper, plasma shotgun. Those all sound super cool to me. So that's kind of the direction we're going. There's some armor, some machines, and some parts. And eventually, if you want, you can even turn yourself into an android, and you can kind of go down that route. So a whole bunch of stuff you can do with Matter Overdrive. I'm talking about getting started, the basics for this episode. So we've got our data pad, and we had to jumpstart our energy process to go ahead and use a generator from another mod just to get this going. And I just used a small one, so it's not really going up very quickly. You obviously could ramp this up to make it, better. And basically, I'm just burning coal over here in this survivalist generator, and it's just burning very slowly and putting it into this machine. The nice thing is I just put it next to it, and it just worked. I didn't have to do anything else, okay? So the next thing we wanted, if we said, okay, we made that, and let's say I wanted to make a phaser, all right? So look at all this stuff that we got to, get into. Weapon handles and plasma cores and isolinear circuits Mark IIIs. Then your plasma cores here, superconductor magnet. Look at all this stuff. So you need a lot to get to that. So we're going to slowly get there, but we need to just get our stuff up and running. And to me, that means getting the power, the right power. Instead of having to use this generator, I want to use solar power on my inscriber. So that's where I'm working towards. We're going to build the solar panel. And that's really going to open things up. So to me, this is your beginning progression. So you go from building an isolinear chip Mark I, building your data pad. Once you have your data pad, you can build your inscriber. And once you have your inscriber, which can make other isolinear chips, you can then go ahead and build your solar panel. And you're at least in the basics of getting started at that point. Okay, you'll be up and running. So let's go ahead and, let me see, we want the solar panel. So we're going to need coal, glass, we're going to need nether quartz, 2 isolinear circuit Mark IIs, and then 1 machine casing. So we need 2 of these, which is a gold and a Mark I. So we've got our gold and our Mark I. So let's put our Mark I in here, put our piece of gold. It's ramping up. It uses a lot of energy, so be sure you have this kind of just going all the time. Get this ramped up. Almost there, and then we'll have our second isolinear chip. We have our glass, which we needed 3 of those, right? We needed 1 of these. Okay, we're gathering our materials together. Let's see what else we need here. We need to finish that off. We're also going to need the 2 chips, 2 coal, and the casing. Okay, so let's go make this over here. We'll make the casing over here. Oh, and I need just a couple pieces of coal, so I'm gonna need 1, 2. And I'll take that food. That sounds good. Okay, so casing, which, where did we just see that? I know we need a couple of plates. Here it is, machine casing, okay? So we need that. So we need a couple of gold, a redstone. Oh shoot, we're gonna need that plate. Tritanium, tritanium, and we're gonna leave that there a second because we need 1 tritanium plate, which we can just do like this. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, did I just do that wrong? There it is, tritanium plate. Glad I had more of that, jeez. Okay, so now do we have all of our items? Let's take a look again. We got to build that casing. Oh yeah, yep. So we're almost there. Now we have the casing. So now we have all of the materials, as you can see here. Get this stuff out of the way. Here's our materials for our solar power. Not too bad. The hard part is the isolinear chip. So now we go to solar panel, question mark, and then we can just go ahead and drop them in, drop them in. So again, you got to have some mining under your belt. You've had to have been to the nether at some point or have found that in a chest or something. And now we have our solar panel. Awesome. Good to go. Hey, nighttime. Let's sleep the night away. Perfect. All right. So now, I believe, for now, I'm just going to go ahead and put this right next to it. So it's plus 9 RF. Obviously, I'm maybe going to want more. It's going up. It's going up. But at least I'm started. And at that point, I could go on and just do some other stuff like while I'm letting this charge up. So it's not like I necessarily have to worry too much about this. But I could put in a few more solar panels to go ahead and ramp that up. And we'll probably want to ramp up production of power here pretty soon. But there, we have our... what I think is where you need to kind of start to really get going in the system. And then from there, we can expand into some other stuff. So for now, I think that's all we'll take a look at for Matter Overdrive at the moment. We're going to let that go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and gather some other stuff. And then we'll be back and we'll finish up the rest of the episode. So stay tuned. Be right back. Just to show you something pretty cool. I'm building an isolinear chip. And I didn't watch it before, but it works like a pretty cool kind of like CNC machine type thing. That's pretty neat, and then it shows it on the top there. So I need a couple of those. One thing you can make pretty quick once you have that up and running is we can go ahead and make some of the armor, which is down here. So if I wanted to make a titanium breastplate, just go ahead and put this in there. And now I have a titanium breastplate, and then I think the other one I was going to make was, let's try this again. We'll just do the pants, which I think is this, or this, or I'm completely wrong. Oh, all right. Take that one out and go there. Sounds good. And hey, why not? Why don't we do the boots while we're here? Oh, boots don't require anything. So I probably already have them then. Boots, what about the helmet? Oh, helmet does require it. Well, I've got one more, so why not? Oh, a little bit more tritanium. I might have to cook some of that up. I didn't think silver... Yeah, I have a bunch extra. So we can put that in here. But as you can see, we can build the armor pretty quick without too much hassle. Let's let that cook up. And let's go ahead and put this on. So we've got the breastplate, pants, and the boots. There we go. We're about to have our hat. So that's not too bad. Durability seems pretty high. So there we go. Had some armor. All right, I just wanted to show you that real quick. Let me finish up and we'll be right back. All right, guys, to finish it out, I came down here to one of the battle towers, testing out my armor. So far, so good. Almost there. Come on now. 18, 12, 6. Got him. Oh, look at all these guys. Alright. Let's see what we got. Let's get rid of that. 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 A bunch of clay, some stencils, iron, definitely diamonds. Okay, we got a gas pet, nice. We got a loot pet, nice. Take some of that. What else don't we need? Probably don't need that. Average power catalyst. White stone uncharged. Fossil records, 7480 stencil. I guess we can take the record. I don't really need it. So I think we are good. And what made that really work out well? Inventory pads. So I picked one up. I built this one, which was a cow pet, and it removes negative potion effects. So that makes it so I can't get poisoned, which is really nice. This one can give you a shield. This one can shoot fireballs when you right-click. And this one is bonus drops for mobs and mining. Oh, that's going to be so good. But he likes gold nuggets. So we're going to have to make sure he has some gold nuggets. Like that. What is the gas like? Blaze powder. We don't have any of that, so... Alright, well I just wanted to show you guys that. So that's a battle tower. I came all the way down here and just kind of... Oh, you know what? I opened this chest. And that triggered the dude. Earl Grey tea, some more iron. Paper bark sapling. I don't know what that is. Copper ingots I don't really need. But I can get rid of some of this stuff. I don't need golden helmet. Take that Earl Grey. Let's have that right now. Some tea sounds really good. There we go. Safari net. I guess we'll take that. We don't really need any of this other stuff. We can... Fine, we'll take it. Okay. So that was pretty much it. The rest of the chests up above here were just food and stuff. Didn't really have much in them. I should have brought my forestry pack, and I could put all these things in the forestry pack. You know what I don't need is a bunch of clay. So there you go. If you want to take down a battle tower, titanium armor will work. I got that from Corin. It told me about that. And the inventory pets to mitigate poison and such helped out a lot. So, all right, I'm going to get back to my home, and I think we're going to call it good. I think that's been a good episode. So we talked a lot about Matter Overdrive. We talked about inventory pets now. What else did we do? Where's my hatchet? There you are. And... oh, we made titanium armor. So, all right, guys. That's it. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining. Hope you hit that subscribe button. Hope you hit that like button. Make sure you watch all the other YouTubers that are down in the channel because they're all putting out great videos here on Revenge of the Sea Team on the Beyond server, which is awesome. So, thanks for joining. Bye-bye.